Thanks, Mark, and welcome back to the Channel 972 studio, where now for the second part of our show today, we have guests from Infinity Theater, and we get to talk shop. And that, of course, is referring to their show that will be running shortly, Little Shop of Horrors. So joining us right now, we have Alan and Anna Ostroff, who have a relative here at Charlestown, by the way, and they are producing this show and are here to talk a little bit about that before we're later joined by some of the actors. So that'll be exciting. Welcome back to the studio. I know a bus of residents went out to see the My Way production about Frank Sinatra earlier this month. So I heard that went well.
Yeah, it went smashingly well. And thank you for having us. By the way, I know it went well because they went to the buffet at Broadneck Grill afterwards, and Ann and I had a chance to come by and speak with them and get some feedback and really talk to the residents of Charlestown and see what they thought. And it just warmed our hearts that they had such a good time with this Sinatra show that we really did for people of the age of people that live here. I mean, it's Frank Sinatra.
Sure. And as you described it before, it sounded like a very, very nice show, so I didn't get a chance to see it myself.
Well, you can go on the website. We have a great the photo montage that we showed on the show.
Ah, yes.
We have that set to live music that we recorded at one performance. So it's a great way to become familiar with, even if you missed it, to see what we put up on the stage.
Fantastic.
We were very proud of it. Yeah.
Well, I know now the show that is, let's see, when does this start? July. Oh, so this is already running.
We are in the middle of it.
Little
yeah.
Shop of Horrors is already up.
Yeah, we had our opening weekend last weekend, and we've had a great opening, and now we're into our second weekend of the run, and things are going really well. It's a fabulous show. The audiences have been just really enjoying it, so we're really, really thrilled with this cast and the whole production team.
Now, this is quite a different show from Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
This is a Little Shop of Horrors. It is sort of a, would you call it, how would you describe it?
I would say it's wonderful and weird.
Wonderful and weird.
It is a really, really amazing blend of real Broadway musical magic. We have Seymour and Audrey, and they fall in love, and it's magic, and it's fireworks, but they live on Skid Row, which is down and out, which is all these crazy characters. And on top of that, there is a huge plant from outer space that eats people.
Yes,
and I can explain it. It's based on, some of the people in the audience might know Roger Corman, who was the famous B low-budget movie director. And he came out with a movie in, I believe, 1960 called Little Shop of Horrors, which its kind of claim to fame was that it starred a young Jack Nicholson. And I believe you can find YouTube videos of him in his scene in that movie.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people will remember the movie even if they haven't seen the live stage play. So.
Well, and there's also a movie version of this musical that came out in the 80s.
Yeah, what happened was these two guys, Alan Menken and Howard Ashman, came along and they saw this movie. And early in their career, they wanted to write a musical based on it, which turned out to be an amazing idea because it became, I think, the third longest running off-Broadway show in theater history. And it also, it's interesting to note, Mr. Ashman, who wrote I think he wrote the book and lyrics, is a Baltimore native. So there's a little bit of pride there.
And people will know these writers because they're also the Disney writers.
Yes, they did Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast.
Exactly, Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can just imagine from, even if you don't know Little Shop, from knowing those movies, just how amazing the music is in this show.
And so it's sort of styled, what's the genre of music in the show?
Well, the genre of music, it's all rock and roll, doo-wop, early Motown, and the voices that we have in the show are just stellar, and they raise the roof every night. It's wonderful. And the genre of the presentation of the piece, the blend is between that Broadway musical magic, but between the satire of the 1950s science fiction movies.
It's a really, really funny show. I mean, aside from just this amazing music, it's just a great, great entertainment.
It sounds like quirky might be a good descriptive word for the production.
Go for it. I like the quirky. Yeah.
But someone else already said a bunch of things about your show. You mentioned that there's a review coming up in the Baltimore Sun. You give me some quotes here. This is actually going to be printed in the Saturday, July 23rd edition, but it's online right now, as I understand it. This was a review by Mary Johnson, and here are some of the quotes. Little Shop by Infinity Theater is good enough for Broadway. And then later, with this terrific production, Infinity fulfills its promise to bring New York professionals to the Annapolis theater scene. And then we have a little bit about some of the actors whom we'll actually get to meet in just a few moments. Topher Nuccio is brilliant as Seymour. Stacie Bono is Nuccio's perfect match, delivering a stirring Suddenly Seymour, that's one of the songs, that ranks among the best performances I've heard anywhere this season. Well, that's a lot of high praise for your production.
Yeah.
So obviously the run is going very well. That opened on July 15th, and it's running till August 17th. Is that correct?
August 7th.
Oh, excuse me. I read that wrong off of the poster
there.
there.
No, that's okay. So, yeah, it runs until August 7th, so you've got about 2.5 more weeks to get out to see it.
Now, we had a special bus trip that went out to see My Way, but we don't have anything quite set up yet with regards to going out to see Little Shop of Horrors for people who may be interested in seeing the show. So what should those folks do if someone says, gee, I'd like to go see that? Obviously, they can purchase tickets and go themselves, or if they'd like to set up something with transportation, maybe they should call Ellie.
Talk to Ellie. I don't know if Ellie's around, but she's the person to talk to. I believe she has an associate who's helping out with her. We're always available to host not only the trips for the show, but also for the nice meal at the restaurant down the street.
Oh, right, that's one of the deals that you
all have.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a combination there. But individuals, Charlestown, 2,000 plus people. There's so many people here who just want to go out and maybe go down to Annapolis, which is a beautiful place, and see a show at it's a very friendly to the audience space. You walk in, there's no stairs, you get to your seat, there's no stairs, you go to the bathroom, no stairs, all very easy. And it's all air conditioned, and it's just it's a wonderful experience. And with not only the cast, but also 5 live musicians on stage, a 5-piece rock band.
An amazing, amazing band in this show. Pianist, guitar, bass, synthesizer, and percussion. It's really, really amazing.
There's enough reason for someone, maybe a resident who doesn't usually go out on their own, to call the phone number that we have for our tickets or go to the website for our tickets. There really is reason to get out of the norm and go ahead and buy tickets for this piece. It's awesome.
And as Alan said, if there is enough of an interest in a group that would like to go, we're ready to accommodate that. We're happy to get that together for another Charlestown group. So I know some of the people who came to My Way did express interest in coming back for this one. So I definitely would say, wouldn't hurt to contact Ellie to see if there is any more room for trips, and we're happy to accommodate that if that can happen. So.
And do you want to mention your grandmother's name again?
Dolores Fritz. Yes, my grandma is Dolores Fritz, who lives here. We'll be going to see her after the show for a few minutes. So, Grandma, we're on our way.
And she usually has the poster up outside of her door with regards to information for the shows.
Yes.
So I'm going to give folks that website and the telephone number in case anyone is interested in checking out about Infinity Theater. The website is infinitytheatercompany.com. Theater is spelled the classical with the R-E.
Theater.
Yes, theater. Theater. Or the telephone number is 877-501-8499. And you all are not in the show this time around. You've been in the last few, but this time you're just wearing your producer hats.
Yeah.
And we're certainly glad to hear about this production coming up, and I'm definitely looking forward to talking to some of the actors whom you've brought along today.
Yeah.
We have a photo montage set to music that was recorded from the show by 2 of the actors who are here, 2 of the leads, Seymour and Audrey. And you'll talk to them. And also, in the photos, we have these humongous plant puppets.
The man-eating plant.
The man-eating plant from outer space. And so we brought John with us, who is the puppeteer, since those photos really show all 3 of them, and amongst some of the other 8 or 9 people in the cast, we thought these 3 actors would be interesting to talk to for you.
Well, that should certainly be a lot of fun.
And I think you'll be able to get a good sense from that montage of how the plant grows throughout the show. It starts really small, probably about the size of someone's hand, maybe a little bit bigger, and then it grows to what they like to refer to as the Mini Cooper size plant. So you'll get a good sense of that in the photo montage that we have. So
fantastic. Well, we're going to take a look at that montage, and then we'll be swapping our guests in and out, and we'll get to talk to some actors from the production of Little Shop of Horrors with Infinity Theater. So we'll be back in just a little bit. Enjoy music that was recorded by the cast and some photos from Little Shop of Horrors.